Okay, so my name is Stephanie, and um, I like I'm really like a huge YouTube fan, and so I get often inspired by like a lot of different YouTubers and the things that they talk about, and I want to just kind of like come here and share my 2 cents sometimes. Like when I hear something or see something interesting, I'm just gonna like pop on and talk about it, right? I hope will hopefully be consistent, because this is gonna be like my first time actually jumping all the way in. I've tried to start and stuff like that. I just never kind of got the timing right because I am a mom. I do have like a lot going on. If you hear kids in the background, please ignore them. They are lovely and wonderful, but they're also attention suckers. Right? They take all the attention. They want just all the attention all the time. And so I have to kind of like, this is the year I decided that I'm going to draw some boundaries for myself, even away from the children, and so that I could just kind of do what I want to do and get into my own thing, right? So let's get into this first topic, right? So first thing, I want to talk about the whole baddie to Christian influencer kind of niche that's happening, right? It's been happening for a few years now, right? But it seemed to really pop in the last maybe 4 years, I want to say. 2020 brought in it came in like a flood, and it brought a lot of I want to say residue, like a lot of sediment and residue and stuff like that with it. And so like I just want to talk about the things that I kind of find it might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Christian influences need to stop because this is my reasoning, right? And this might just be like a huge unpopular opinion, right? Especially amongst Christians, right? So um, there are a lot of new converts, right? So for those who don't know, a new convert would be somebody who is now getting into the faith or any particular religious group, right? You are now choosing to be a part of that religious body. You're choosing to be someone who is going to be following that faith now, right? You're going to be if it's whether it's Christian, Muslim, whatever, right? And my issue is that like a lot of new converts to Christianity, they're ready to teach or they think that they can based on their life experiences that are negative and that they have decided to now fix or change. And now they're like, oh, well, we did this wrong, and so we want to kind of help those who are still living that lifestyle um, to come across because we found something new, right? But the issue with that is that you don't have enough Christian experience to do that. So um, you basically have like there's a lot of them. I kind of don't want to call names to be honest, like to be honest with you, but there are like for those who know, if you know, this is a very if you know you know situation because I don't want anybody coming for me. That's one. um, let's not get canceled before we start now. And then there's also there's like the prophet people, the prophets, the prophetesses, the charismatic. I don't have an issue with charismatics. I'm just saying that there's like a lot of different Christian influencer types and in Christian groups in social media that are very harmful, and I think that they're actually doing more harm than good when it comes to bringing people to the body of Christ. I think that there are, a lot of them are actually causing people to stumble and to fall away because people or just not come at all because they're like, what is this? Because like for example, there's this whole the modest dress kind of thing, come and dress with come get ready with me, modest edition, or um like they'll basically do a get ready with me, which is fine. I love those, right? where they're putting on whatever they're putting on, and then they're talking about how it's it's modest. They would literally put modest in the title, and you're like, when you look at the outfit, the finished outfit, you're like, but technically, I'm not saying this is everybody. I'm not saying that people can't be naked if they don't want to. If you don't want to put on clothes, you don't have to put on clothes. That's, you know, I'm not saying I'm definitely not going to be one of the girls or the women that say like, oh, um, women are asking for it if they dress revealing. I think men should control themselves. I think also women should have, and y'all don't eat me up about the respectability politics thing. I'm just thinking that if you're going to say that you're a Christian, no, you don't have to wear, a big veil or giant baggy clothes or like look real frumpy and old. You definitely don't have to. But you also don't need to put Christian and modesty dressing in the title of your video if you're a Christian that just wants to wear a suit outfit. Because I think sometimes it can get a little bit confusing, and I think that new converts who are looking for guidance could get really confused when the church mama says, "Hey, baby, you want to cover that up a little bit," and she comes with the shawl, and you reject it because you're like, "But my favorite influencer who attends this church, or says that it's okay to dress like this." You know what I mean? Or you switch it up Monday to Saturday. You're in crop tops and shorts, and in church Sunday, that's the only day that you kind of cover up a little bit. You know what I mean? It's a little weird. It's a little I Hey, I've got daughters, and so I'm trying to figure this out myself. I definitely grew up in the more conservative side of things when it comes to church dressing and stuff like that, and so like I kind of I get not wanting to be like old frumpy granny type thing and like type vibe, but I also get like not having your whole body out and then still saying this is modesty. Modest is just, to me, modest is more of a term about being like balanced in your approach, right? To how you do everything, like modest eating and stuff like that, right? So you don't want to like do anything to excess. If you're gonna wear a little cute outfit and you want to wear shorts. It's summer, it's hot. You want to wear shorts. That's not summer for the Americans. I live in the Caribbean. We only got 2 seasons, and even in the rainy seasons, it's still pretty much summer. It's hot over there. But my point is, if you want to like, if it's summer, it's spring, you want to wear the the maxi dresses or even the short dresses, right? Because I think is it summer dress season or whatever the season is, where it's like men just be like, hey, the girlies are in those flowy body clinging dresses, even though they're nice and big and they're very modest, but they kind of stick to the body. So let me just edit. Okay, so yeah, um, as I was saying, those I just think that Christian influencers need to not be so you know adamant about the whole, yeah, let's dress, come get ready with me and let's dress modest, and yeah, you're in a crop top and shorts and it's backless. It's like, come on, y'all are doing too much. And also, there's a bunch of them that are very mean, like mean Christian influencers. Like, so this is the other side of this conversation, right? So, okay, let me get into it, right? Because I can't not like talk about this part in particular, right? So the other part I want to talk about is the mean ones. So like, especially it seems like it's very heavy in the profit side of those influencers, or the super like the baddies who went from like she was like a stripper or a bottle girl, or she was just living, she was just holding it up out here, and she was living her life. She was, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying, she didn't know no better and she was doing what she was doing, right? And they come over to they get saved, so they get saved, and then they come and then they want to be mean to everybody. They want to tell you what to listen to. They want to tell you how to dress. They want to tell. Now, this is my thing on that. As a Christian myself, I do get that this walk can be quite confusing at times, and there's going to be highs and lows, right? And sometimes, like when you get saved and you're like, oh my God, I've been living so long for so long, and you're like, okay, now I have to like do a complete 180, right? I have to turn all the way, I have to go to the other side, right? And I have to turn this around, right? And so you're like, okay, I was doing it this way. I was like, you know, dressing real skimpy, and I was like wilding, and I was like doing all this stuff. And it wasn't good for me, and I know that now. And so now I'm going to dress conservative. I'm not going to listen to the type of music that I used to listen to because it kind of triggers me or whatever. That is very much a individual, personal situation. It's not to be put upon anybody else. So when you're going through, you're going through. When you're trying to work out your faith and your own salvation, sis and bro, because there's men out here doing the same thing. Please don't come out here and try to dictate to everybody what they should listen to, how they should dress, and then y'all be calling people stupid, especially the prophet people, the prophet brigade. They're like, oh, y'all are stupid and y'all are dumb and all these things, and y'all don't know what's good for you, and y'all are in bondage and all that. If you know you have certain convictions that are just for you, please stick to that because it's just for you. Christ's salvation is for everyone. He died for everybody. And when you get to him and you decide to hold on to him, that walk that you're taking, that walk of faith, is your walk of faith. It's not everybody's walk. It's not going to be the same for everybody. I think what's her name? Tony Brand, I think her name is. I think she was talking about it. And so, yeah, you could check out her video on it. She does a really good video on that whole, you know, the Christian influencer thing, especially the ones that are kind of mean. It's like, yeah, y'all need to chill. Like, I was really bothered by that. I'm like, I love a good, like a funny Christian joke or whatever, or like, relatable. I'm a relatable girly. I love the slice of life, relatable content kind of thing, right? But I definitely don't appreciate the what's that woman's name? The Sprinkle lady. Yeah, there's like clones and versions of her in almost every circle, and like it's just or like red pillars, right? Like the red pill dudes. Like there's like clones of and like variants of those people in every space in every niche, right? And it's annoying as hell. You'll need to stop. Seriously, y'all need to stop. All right, so moving on to the next thing. Okay, next thing I want to talk about, I'm looking at my notes here. Um, are we still doing colorism in 2025? Like seriously? So I watched this video by I am Loho. Now, to be honest, I need to go back and finish watch it. Um, because or I could probably like screen share and show y'all a little bit of it so y'all could know what to look for and where to go. So let me see if I can do that. Let me see if I can get in my technical baggie here and get something popping for y'all. See what I can do. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. I don't know what's going on. So let me click out of the thing. Make sure that yes, y'all want to watch a lot of YouTube. So y'all will see a lot of YouTube right now. Yeah. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. So
Mad because I'm light skinned. This bitch is mad. Why would I be mad because you're light skinned? Bitches wish that they look like me. That's how black bitches hate on light skinned girls? Ooh. Say that one more time. What? Say that out loud.
yeah. So like, okay, I gotta pause because that's somebody else's content, but I'm just saying, just saying. So this is the video, right? Where I am the host who's gonna like basically do a little commentary on this thing. My whole thing, but that whole the beginning of it clip was triggering for me. Now I'm a light skin girl. I'm not dark skin, but I got dark skin kids. Okay, and these conversations been bothering me from day one. Like, and because I don't want to say I've experienced it because it's different. I know it's different, especially for Americans. I'm not American. Okay, I'm from the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. Big up. Um, yeah, so it's different, right? I know that there's some nuances there, but when I say experience it, I'm talking about like I've seen like how people treat dark skinned people and stuff like that, right? And even like when you're on the lighter side, it is assumed that if you fall out with someone, that it's because you think you're better. And so I understand both sides. It's annoying. The whole thing is annoying. My thing is we're all black and we all go well, not we're all black now. I'm talking to some of black people here now. Um, to my POCs, but specifically black people, it's a struggle, right? It's really messy. It's a really messy conversation. It's a really messy thing. We should know by now, or at least try to educate ourselves on how this came about. It's just basically the slave masters and stuff like that pitting us against each other, right? They would go and violate. Let's not get it twisted. A lot of the like of us have light skin, especially like in the if most of your family is black and like there's like this one thread, like these few people that are light skinned in your family, it is highly likely. I'm not saying for everyone. Some people just happen to, they marry into a different ethnic group that is lighter, and so your kids, right? But I'm just saying, there's a good likelihood, especially when you are unambiguously black, or you have certain features, light skin, you might have light eyes, you might have more Eurocentric features or whatever, and you're older, and the majority of your family is black, or let's say you trace your line back to like your great grandmother, whatever, from like slavery days or whatever, it is like, and you have like a few light skinned kids mixed in there, it is very likely, unfortunately, that your ancestors may have been violated by a Caucasian um, slave master or um, probably even a foreman, right? When I say a foreman, I'm talking about like those people that they would put in charge of the slaves, right? That was not black and um, could have been violated, and you have an ancestor that is just that has that is biracial, and it just kind of kept coming down the bloodline, and so you have these little light skinned people in it. And what they would do is, they did that whole separation thing with like the house slave and the yard slave and stuff like that, right? And so we should not, there should be no pride in the fact that your skin color is lighter or even darker than somebody else's. We should just be kind of like, hey, we know that what happened to us was wrong. Let's not continue to perpetuate this nonsense. Let's not continue to make this an issue, right? Let's not continue to like be divided over these stupid little things. Like, come on, we should. It's 2025. We should be better than this by now, right? It reminds me of something comes to mind. There's an episode of X-Men where Storm says to Wolverine, like they come meet up with some like racist people. They went back in time, right? And they meet up with some like racists, right? And they were looking at Storm crazy, and Storm was like, "Oh, racism, how quaint," right? Because it's something that she most likely did not experience because uh, there's elements of X Men that was set in the future, right? So, yeah, so they're like, that's not a thing that happened. I highly doubt that's a thing that happens because human nature, we take issue with differences, right? Things that we don't understand, right? And so there's probably going to be some element of racism, colorism, futurism, ethnocentrism, xenophobia, all the different the things, all the things, okay, all the things. Uh, as we live on this earth, right? But I think as Black people, yeah, we need to do better with that. Like we really need to get it up to get it together when it comes to saying that people don't like you because you're light skin or people don't like you because you're dark skin and you're jealous of me. Let's do better than that. People might people do be getting jealous, but it ain't always. Most of the time, it ain't got nothing to do with your skin color. And when it does, it's because those people, unfortunately, have been taught to not like themselves, or they are very insecure. Especially, and when I say insecure, I'm not talking about the people who have been taught to not like themselves. They are victims of a crime, of a hate crime. That's how I see it. They're victims of a hate crime. But the people who are like, oh, you're just jealous of me, like when I Spice the other day was like, you know, last year, this late last year, her and her friend, um, or her, whatever, her acquaintance, right, was going back and forth, because I Spice thinks that everyone is jealous of her. You're insecure. Like if that's what you think, you're insecure. You don't actually believe that. You're trying to make yourself feel better about this whole about that like the fact that you have some things that you're not happy with, you're not sure about, you don't like about yourself, whatever the case may be, or you are actually jealous of your friend, but it may not be because of her complexion, or maybe it might be. You might think it's like, damn, she got that beautiful dark skin, it's beautiful, it's flawless, it's, whatever, or whatever the case may be. It might be her body, whatever, her style, because you cop that ice spice, but I'm just saying. Um, whatever it is, if you're insecure about it, if you're yelling at people and saying that you're just jealous because I'm like, and you need to get it All right, moving on. So next topic. So I'm pretty much gonna like look to wrap it here. It's been a while. This is a long first video. Damn. Or it's actually my second. My first video. But it has nothing to do with how this channel is gonna go from now on. I don't even know if it's public anymore. I just put up a channel about like homeschooling and how I was in the trenches at the time, and like we gonna get through it, girl. We not getting through it. I gave up on homeschooling. I sent my kids back out to school. I tried. Being a homeschooling mama in the Caribbean with limited resources is whew, that is. If y'all want me to talk about that, I will. If anybody even sees this video, but y'all comment and let me know like if there's anybody's interested in like hearing how homeschooling is in the Caribbean, and like I'm not going to speak for everyone, I'm going to speak from my experience and why I quit and sent my kids back out to public school. And we in the trenches with that too, but at least I have like a few hours to myself. No, I'm not doing that on my. I'm not even recording this on the school hours time. It's nighttime. My kids are their dad is putting them to bed. Um, or trying to. But we just took I just took some time out to do this because I just really needed to get those stuff off my chest. I just really wanted to get going, to start my YouTube journey, because this is literally at this point probably like 17, 18 years in the making, because I've been wanting to do this for so long. And I just never ever like I didn't have the confidence. I can't say I never had the resources. It was never that. It was always confidence. The confidence to do. I'm working on it, and I felt to myself that hey, guess what? Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. It's 2025. I've been wanting to do so much for so long, and I've been doubting myself and like not developing the confidence to do anything. And I'm raising daughters out here. I'm raising black girls. I can't. This can't. And I was like, this can't stand. I can't keep doing this. I can't be like, I'm not gonna, you know, let my voice be heard, or be so like, um, have such low self esteem or low self confidence that I'm like, I'm not gonna do nothing about that. And so this is basically an exercise for me in developing my self confidence and building. I won't say like building a platform. I'm nothing corny like that. I'm just not like this is an exercise for me. This is literally for me. If I find my tribe, great. If I don't, I'm just gonna build my confidence. That's basically what I'm gonna do, and build up my technical skills and whatever. Because I do have goals and dreams that are way outside the scope of YouTube, to be honest. Like I love this platform. It's literally my pastime. Like when I'm cooking, cleaning, you know, just doing, other things, I pop in my earbuds and I listen to like all my favorites. Like and I always discover new creators all the time. So, you know, it's just something that I'm always listening to and always kind of like, looking in on. Um and so yeah, I just wanted to do this. I just really needed to do this. And that's my 2 cents on Christian influences and colorism. Plans for the channel. So what I'm planning to do with this channel, to be honest, this will be like a segment, like a social commentary, maybe playlist. Probably build, when I want to talk about that stuff. But I just want to probably just do like Jesse Wu and just like literally post everything that I want to talk about. So for example, I'm really into reality TV. Not all of it though. Not all of it. Um, More like um I'm into like Love Island, like so like Love Island, Love is Blind. I know y'all are saturated with the amount of people that talk about these shows, but I love them. I can't help it. Queen E put me on to Love Island and Love is Blind. Like if you have Netflix, you definitely gonna see it. Or had Netflix. Um, or even just have you, yeah, just so Love Island, Love is Blind. Those are my two favorites right now. Married at First Sight. I like Married at First Sight. I do not particularly like the American one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope they do another Love Is Blind UK. I loved it. I didn't get to review it because I was too shy and I didn't get to. I honestly didn't have time. I have 3 children. Three. Okay. And they are both old enough and young enough do to not to both be very cute and not cute at the same time and to be very time consuming because they're children, right? They need a lot, so they can't help that. But but yeah, I hope they bring back Love Is Blind UK um for a second season for all this because I love the UK version of things. I like UK stuff. I like Australian stuff. So Married at First Sight, if I'm to do any reviews on it or like this is just what I'm watching, I don't know if I'll get to review them because those shows take up a lot of time and I sorry about that. I tend to binge them like multiple episodes at a time. Like when I'm doing stuff, I just kind of like pop it in. I don't always get to like watch all of it. I tend to like once like I'm able to get to know the cast, like I'll watch like a few episodes. So it's like okay, I know everybody now. Now I'm gonna go about my business and just listen in, right? Because when you have a family, you don't really have time to kind of just sit and be watching stuff for hours. But I will do like if I have like laundry to fold, yeah, I make sure I try to do as much as I can around the house, like on the outside. And then I'm like, yes, I have a ton of laundry. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna binge watch the show or Love Island or whatever it is, or catch up on like some other show that I like to watch. Like I've been trying to watch the Witcher series. It got disastrous. I absolutely know it's a complete disaster. It ended in disaster, but and is it the Last King? The Last Kingdom. The Last Kingdom. I've been trying to watch that for like a year now. I'm on season, I think, 3 of The Last Kingdom, 3 or 4. Yeah, I'm in the trenches because I enjoy reality TV so much. It takes up so much of my time, and it's partly the fault of what my YouTube feed is curated to. So, for example, you would see like my YouTube feed is a lot of commentary stuff and like social commentary and what you call it reality TV reviews, right? Or show reviews, right? So I have like Taste Take and Tammy Talks and Queen E and Roxy Says and like what's this girl Nicole Davies? I love Nicole Davies. If y'all don't if y'all like reality TV reviews, she doesn't have like a lot of pictures and stuff all the time. I think she's doing better with that now. but she is so funny. Like I would put her on in the background when I'm doing stuff, and well, she's in my my AirPods, my when I put on my earbuds, and she be having me laughing out loud while I'm cleaning. Oh my god, it'd be so funny. She be so, the things she be like the things she says and like how she be putting people in the bin, hilarious, like hilarious. I love it. And like Queenie is more like analytical and and the others they're all fine, right? Tammy's mouth is reckless. I'm not gonna lie. Tammy's I don't agree with a lot of, but she's entertaining. Her and Jessie Woo, their mouth is hella reckless, but they're very entertaining to listen to. They be having me laughing, like I be like laughing out loud, belly laughing, like we falling out laughing, right? So look, you can look out for maybe some reality stuff, that'll be in batches. Um, what else? Maybe some. I don't do movies too much to be honest, but I might just do some channel reviews because I really like. I think that like Black creators need to hype up Black creators more. I see that happening with like in the Black space, in the Black men's space. So, for example, like Young Don and Astro Dior would look they would react to other Black male commentator channels, and so I think that's cool because they're highlighting each other. But because they talk about the same things, I tend to not be subscribed to too many of them. It's just like one or two. So this literally for me, like right now, it's like just Young Don and Astro Dior, and that's it. Especially with and the Bold Brothers with Kev on stage. And here's the thing. Well, anything with Kev on stage, I tend to. So ADD, Kev on stage. Here's the thing, right? That little group, but I don't to everybody individually because it gets to be a lot, and especially when they're all doing the same thing. And well, Tony Baker, but yeah, I'm rambling now, so I'm just gonna leave y'all with be kind to each other, be nice to each other, love each other. Let's not be fighting, and let's hype each other up in 2025. Let's not be colorist and mean and all this other foolishness. Let's just be nice to each other. Let's be kind to each other. Let's hype each other up. Let's feature each other. Right? I'm not trying to like get featured by anybody. I'm just saying because it's something that I'm interested in doing or I like. Right? Like probably my next video might just be me talking about my favorite YouTubers and the different niches that they're in. Right? And so yeah, let's just be kind to each other. All right. See you soon. Bye.